All right, welcome back to our continuation of Money Talk Show at Romy TV Africa with your host, Dr. Robert. Remember, in our last episode, we had our guest in studio, none other than Elizabeth, the money coach. And today, she's back to our studio. Welcome, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
We are glad to have you back once again in our program of Money Talk Show at Romy TV Africa to have you today here in our studios.
Yes.
Last time we talked a number of things, more especially we talked about the money and the children. We talked about the mentorship, the coaching. We talked about the effects, the advantages of training children about money when they are young. And we saw the disadvantages when you are old, how it affected us, the ignorance. And today we are back to talk about in another part of Elizabeth. Maybe you think you know Elizabeth, you don't know yet her. You are yet to know more about Elizabeth. Maybe in the beginning, maybe for someone that who is watching our program for the first time, though, I would like you to go back and check the Money Talk Show in our YouTube channel. You can go and check our previous episode. But I would like you to tell us about yourself, maybe for someone that who is watching you for the first time.
Thank you. I am so glad to be in the Money Talk Show again. I am actually excited. The money subject is very dear to my heart. I always say it is a calling, to cultivate positive money habits, skills, and attitudes for a lifetime of financial well-being. So my name is Elizabeth. I am a money coach. As I said, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am an author, I am a trainer, I am a speaker, and I am glad to be at Romy TV Africa. Thank you, Dr. for inviting me for this Money Talk Show.
Welcome.
Yeah.
So, you see, you have said you are also an author. And I think today we will be talking about the books that which she has authored, and this is our topic today. I know there's someone that who is there watching us want to know more about how you can write a book, how to write a book, how you can get inspired by books, and she will be telling us the books that which she has written, and it's all about what. But maybe Elizabeth, I would like to know more. Tell me more about this book part of how did you start to write books, how it was born.
Thank you. Actually, it is an interesting story how I came to write books. There's somebody who said that every cloud has a silver lining. And for me, the COVID lockdown was a great cloud for all of us. But for me, it has the silver lining in that is when the authorship was born. Before COVID, of course, I had tried to write one of the books, which was not really coming out as I would have thought. But when the COVID happened, you remember we were told to stay at home, nobody knew what COVID has. And because we were in the house 24/7, I really slept myself. Used to wake up, take breakfast, go back to bed. I mean, there's nothing else to do. You're not going and you're
unless for moment.
I'm telling you. And the issue was, you're used to this lifestyle, you're always up and down, and here COVID has happened. You can sleep and sleep yourself. I had forgotten how to sleep during the day, but with COVID,
you had to remember.
I went back to bed. I mean, after I do a few house chores, the next thing was sleeping. And I can tell you the first around 3 weeks of COVID lockdown, I and my family slept ourselves out. Our house remained quiet, either because we were afraid of COVID. But the minute I woke up, I wrote my first book.
So the question is, during the COVID-19 lockdown, what did you do? Did you kept sleeping or did you wake up? Maybe, COVID came also to teach us something maybe new, to also bring out the talents, the gifts and the callings that which God has given us. Maybe, who knows, maybe the job was keeping us on toes that we could not realize that what we are called about.
Yeah.
Now, You're talking about that during that COVID, after sleeping like 3 weeks with the family, nobody's moving out. When it came, it was a shock because even the news were coming. The numbers were increasing of the people infected by the COVID-19. Now, the first book actually was born.
Yes.
Now, how did you got the mind like maybe I've slept enough, let me start writing books, or how did it came to you?
Um, the idea was actually not out there. It was in here. It's only that I had not realized. And when the COVID started in March 2000, the Money Club had just started going into schools, and the content was, people were very receptive, children were very receptive about the Money Club. And I was like, now here we are, the schools have been closed, the Money Club is no longer doing nothing. What do I do? And I thought, because I'm not able to reach out to all the children, I imagined how many children they are there. How many can I can only reach out to so many. And I thought, why can't I put this content in a way that it is able to reach to so many children, to so many parents, more than I'm able to reach to myself. And in the process of thinking about that, the children book was born.
Wow.
I did the book, just the content that I was teaching during the Money Club, I put it in the book.
Okay.
So at that point, the children's workbook was born. As I was doing the children's workbook and I'm developing it, I'm at around the 6th chapter. I've now seen this is a book that needs to go to every child, not only in Kenya, in Africa, and even to the world. Me doing through the children's book, the teenagers, I decided, or I saw the content for children cannot be consumed by the teenagers. So midway through, the teenagers book was born. And what I can tell you, Dr. From there, the books continued hitting my mind, or my heart. God kept dropping the idea of books in my heart. You see, the way a musician gets a song, gets inspired to write a song, the books kept flowing in me right now. Even right now, there are books that I have done in my computer.
Okay.
Because they kept coming one after the other. So it is because of COVID that I realized I am such an author. Yes.
You see, yes, we have talked from the previous episodes about children and coaching about children, and also these programs. How maybe did the idea came like, let me write these books of children, let to be the children books, because a number of them I've seen that the books that which I've written are all about the children.
As I said, I thought about or the area of money for me is a calling. I always say it's a calling. More than it is a business or a qualification, it is more of a calling. And I thought how silent this subject has been for many years. My heart kept paining because of the crises that I'm seeing in our country around money and many other countries of the world. We have a very big menace, especially of corruption. Whenever we are talking, like now we are going to the electioneering period. And one of the things that we are looking at the candidates that we are evaluating, especially for the presidential candidate, is how somebody is going to deal with this menace of corruption. And you know the root of corruption is in money, you know? And I kept thinking, my heart kept moving to our country thinking, how can this menace that is threatening our very being be addressed? But when you look at it, it's because of our money habits, you know? It's because of the ignorance around money. It's because of our relationship with money. What does money mean to you? You know, what is your money personality? What is the highest need that money needs in your life? And that is the whole basis of this crisis. And that's how the idea came. That would be my part. That is the part I would play as a money coach to address these issues, especially for the world of our children. If we grew up being told corruption is bad, if you grew up being told money is good. I mean, it depends with how you relate with it. Even now, when we are grown up, we would just be informed by that. As I said in the previous episode, lessons that are learned early in life, they tend to stick a lifetime.
It is good to learn earlier. That is the talk and the quote of Elizabeth, the money coach. Lessons that I learned in earlier life, they try to seek in the lifetime. You hear that? Now, Elizabeth, you see, I've seen that you have written a number of books, and we were trying to get how did you go to it, that through this COVID-19, the books were able to be born, and you were able to bring the ideas together, the information that you are taking out, teaching in schools, children, and all churches, but it was able to come back to the written forms. I remember the Bible says in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, from verse 1 and 2, that write the vision down, and so that when the time comes, it may be read to the people. You may remember, you may go through. That means when you have a vision, it's good to write it down. Every time that you go through it, you write it. At least it keeps on reminding you that what you need to do, the kind of vision that which God has given you, the dreams. And I think that is what happened to you, because you had where you used to write in the notebooks, and you go and teach. But when now the right time came, it was like your setback and all your setup. It was during your comeback was during the COVID-19. Then now that's when God decided that you sit down and go through the visions and the dreams that which He has given you. Because of course I know you are a financial consultant. Your area, maybe for someone who may ask why you write more about money. Sometimes this happens that the vision, the area that you are called, that's where God keeps on mentoring you upwards. It may be like that, maybe. Because maybe what is your profession?
Well, it is actually what you are saying. For my profession is that I'm in finance. Early in life, I trained in accountancy. I'm a full accountant, by the way. So, but it came to a time when I started wondering, what is my calling? What on earth am I here for? You know? And I read this very powerful book, the Purpose book. And I really wanted to find my purpose. And I did so many things here and there. I've engaged in all kinds of businesses, but I was trying to find out who is Elizabeth. What has she been called to do? At some point, I started even praying about it. God, show me my purpose. Why am I here on earth? And with the time, God revealed to me just what that I'm trained in the area of finance. Is my purpose, is my calling, is what I've been called to do. And I'm glad that these books were born, because they will be read. And it is my hope and prayer that they will be read by generations, you know, and they will change many lives in the area of personal finances.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's hot. It is calming, powerful. Get a sip of water. As we get back to you after this short break, tell you more about money. See you after this short break. Yes, Elizabeth, welcome back once again to this show, and we were talking about how did this book was born, and your profession, your calling, how it started. But in this segment, I would like us to look at a number of books that which you have written, and how you were able to write them in this short period of time. A number of books, because you have written more books. Some are published and others are not yet to be published, but already you have written them, as we were sharing you off the camera before. And maybe I could like to start from one of the books that which I saw here. It is called My Personal Money Diary. This is one of the books that which she has written, talks about my personal money diary. Tell us more about your personal money diary, maybe. How did you come with an idea to write it? Something like that.
My personal money diary. One thing about my books is that they are more of working tools than reading. Like, this is not so much of a reading book. As much as it has a bit of reading, it is a workbook, you know. And what gave birth to my personal money diary is the realization that most of us spend all our lives receiving money with one hand, spending it with the other hand. And what happens here in the middle, nobody knows.
Sure.
So many money leakages. We are not even sure how much money we make, how much we spend, what do we spend it on, because we have got, and many of us have got just one objective in life, not to be broke. So long as you have some money in your pocket, you are well and you are good to go. And this is how that is how the money diary was born. It's a 3-month tracking tool to help you see how much do I spend on what per month. Like in the morning when you go, maybe use a bus, you pay transport, write down. During the day, take a snack.
So does it has something like places where you can track, you write it down, something like that?
Yeah, it shows you every day or every month. If you look at the inside.
So you need to, and every time you write it?
You write it down. It's
it is like a calendar for a year?
It is 3 months. You may not track for a year. By the time you track your money for 3 months, at least you're able to tell, this is where my money leakages are.
So it's a 3-month track record?
It is a 3-month track for your money.
That means if you need to track for the whole year, you need to buy 4 of them.
Yes.
So quarterly?
Quarterly.
Okay.
But one thing I know is that by the time you track for 3 months, you are more aware of your spending habits. Yeah.
Why 3 months?
3 months is a minimum. It gives you a better overview of your spending habits. Yes.
Does it have a divine understanding? The 3 months? Just like we talk about 21 days?
For me, I am seeing like when you are making a budget, for example, and actually this book gives you allowance to make a budget, to make a shopping list, so that you don't just go buying this and that without a plan. So I'm seeing a period of 3 months. At least you have incurred the biggest percentage of your expenses.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you hear that there's what we call the money, my personal money diary, that which you need to get a copy, and it goes for 3 months. At least you track your record, how your expenditures, your income, what you are saving, what you are using, so that once you are able to track within 3 months, you are able to control yourself and to be able to know how you spend. I saw another book here that which talks about my smart money journal. You have talked about my smart money journal. Maybe tell us more about this smart money journal that which you have written also.
Thank you. This was my first book, and actually my personal money diary is an improvement of my smart money journal. At least this was for the whole year. This was for 12 months. And people dropped off. The people who used my personal money journal, my smart money journal, dropped off at some period. By the time they had the 7th month of tracking their expenses, it felt exhausting and they dropped off. So my personal money diary is an improvement of my smart money journal. The objective was the same, for you to see how do you spend your money daily. Then my personal money diary was more friendly. There's something you can carry in your pocket, in your handbag, so that you're able to jot down how you spend, you're able to do a small budget. So this is an improvement. The money diary is an improvement of my smart money journal, but the idea is the same.
The idea is the same.
To track
but it's only that this one goes for the whole year, but this one goes for 3 months.
Exactly.
So it will be easier for someone, if someone is able to track finances within a year, now is able to do like a recap of 3 months.
3 months.
After 3 months, maybe sometimes he can go in another year to check his fate. Where is it? Is it? I saw there's a third book here. There's a third book that you have written called Money Crap Workbook Shop, Money Life Skills Workbook Shop. Children, this book. Maybe also you can tell us more about this book for someone that who is watching.
Thank you. This was my first book. Actually, immediately I woke up from that COVID sleep. I wrote the Money Crab Workbook for children. You know, it is appropriate for primary level, And you know, it makes the money subject, it is an interactive book. It's actually a workbook.
Okay.
And it has got different images. You know, they say that a picture is worth 1,000 words. So it has some images in it, just to make the money subject more practical.
More practical.
You know, and these images, some of them are money quotes. Yeah, some of them are money facts. You know, just something to make sure that the children keep remembering. So it's a workbook for the primary level. It has 10 topics, starting with introduction to money, banking my money, differentiating needs from wants, savings, money wastage. And you know, the biggest topic in this is integrity with my money.
Okay.
Yes, so it is for children. It has simplified the money subject further to a child right from the primary level.
Wow, that's wonderful. So you have heard about the money crap workbook, whereby it will help you in money life skills workbook for children. So you can help your children on how to grow. Actually, as you say, pictures are more soundable, especially when you talk about children. And that's why children, they can see themselves and they can work over that. This is our third book. We have our fourth book. Talks also about money life skills book for teenagers. You know, we were talking about the children, but now we are talking about the teenagers. Maybe you can also tell us about the teenagers. So for someone that who is watching to understand more about your books.
Thank you. Actually, this is my fourth book. It is the Money Crab Workbook for teenagers. You know, most teenagers, they have already interacted with money at a deeper level than the children who are in the primary level significantly. So this is just to help the teenagers, people who are a bit advanced. We say starting this subject early is the best, but then there's always a starting point. So the teenagers book is also interactive. It is mostly, it is a workbook actually. It is not so much of a reading book. It is so much of a working tool, you know. And it also acts as a manual for
you were talking about the parents' guidelines,
many of us as parents, we don't know what to talk about in the area of money to our children. So in addition to a teenager using this book as a workbook, the parent can use it also as a guide to help or maybe to cultivate the money subject right from home. Virtues are cultivated right from home.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So this is the fourth book,
Yes.
Remember, she started writing these books on 2020, not 2019, not 2018, 2020, from March when Corona came, and not immediately after a period of time. We have another 50 book, the published one. Remember, there's also not published. We have Generating My Unique Business Idea for entrepreneurs who wants to get to the business. This, I would like maybe to talk more about this book. Remember, in these books, we're going to talk about, in our continuous episodes, we will be talking in individual books, going through inside. We're talking by book until one ends and we go to other ones. So, want to learn more, and also you need to get our copies, but we will tell you more about that. Tell us about Generating My Unique Business Idea.
Thank you. This is my latest baby, if I can call it like that.
Wow.
And for now, the other books that are still in my computer, even these ones I'm looking for, or I'm trusting God to help me with the resources to have them go out there to the masses. Generating My Unique Business Idea. There has been a whole battle around this book. That one I'll tell you another day. But the idea behind this book is to help people. You know, when I'm teaching about money, management of your money, people are like, where is this money that you're telling us to manage? Because of the challenge that is in the job market, many of our youth are not in employment. There are so many people who are also in employment, but they have been dreaming of a business idea. And I see people in social media talking about business ideas. What is it that I can do? Can somebody give me a business idea? And you know, that is the basis for this book. to help you generate a unique business idea that just suits you. You know, it helps you look inside of yourself. What is it that you know? What is the area of training? What is your purpose? What have you been called to do? What are you talented in? Can you do a business around that? And you know, this book gives over 100 different ideas. Ideas of businesses in retail, idea of businesses in the service industry, in the manufacturing industry. If there's something that you can do maybe with meat, for example, or nuts, or foods, there are different ideas that you can start even within a subsector. Like the meat industry, people can make sausages, people can cook the meat, people can pre-pack the meat, you know, all kinds of things. So it gives you different ideas on businesses that you can do around your area of passion, around your area of calling, around your area of talenting, around your area of training. But it also tells you which goal, which SDG are you addressing. You know, it also shows you how to finance your business. It's a whole package to help you get into business. So for those who are seeking to get into business one way or another, this is the tool for you. It is also a workbook.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, Elizabeth, have you been able to write all these books in a span of 1.5 years? Because there's many that which I've seen that you have not published, and also these are already 5 books that which I published. How have you managed to write these books within this short period of time, as a mother, as a wife, as also you have other things that which you are doing? You have written these books. When you come in the resources, maybe in a summary, how have you been able to do it?
Of course, I would attribute it to the strength that God gives us. You know, it is God. You know, I never thought I am an author until this cloud of COVID-19 came. And you know, it came with the other crowds in my life. And even my business stalled because of COVID. We even closed our offices. So we are just at home. And you know, my mind now is rested. I'm also fighting other battles of COVID and finances and all kinds of battles. And in that quiet moment, there's a word in the Bible, in the book of Hebrews, that says that in quietness and in rest, that's when you hear the voice of God.
Wow.
And I can say, in that quietness, in that rest, now that I'm not going to work, there's no money to go out there, you are just in the house. And of course, God inspired all those books. There are so many others coming up. I don't know what to do. Sometimes I write the whole night. I am writing a book. But it's God who gives me that strength.
That's wonderful. I'm very encouraged, very empowered on how you have done with this fun. You know, I'm an author. I've written Destiny for Greatness and some more books, but I've not been having that spirit to publish a number of books that which I've written in my laptop. But you have inspired me, and I feel like even today I start combining them. I start even going back to the publisher so that I can publish them, even all 5 of them at once. But I know that there is a journey, there is a season for everything. Now, Elizabeth, you see, I know we have talked because my director is telling me that we know that our time is not in our side.
Yeah.
I know that we will be talking more about this in our 3rd episode as we come back to you. But I would like to ask you maybe a simple question. What are the target class of these books maybe you are writing? Or what is the target class?
Number 1, even as I talk about the class, you can see the whole subject is money.
It's money.
So it's the money subject for different categories of people. There's the one for children, the target class, there is children at the primary level. The one for teenagers, it is targeting people who are in their teen years. Yeah. The entrepreneurship support workbook is mostly for entrepreneurs, and the money diary is for everybody who is keen on working on their spending habits. improving their spending, saving habits, step by step. Yes.
Wow.
But they are available. They are available.
Maybe if I may ask again, where can we find these books?
Of course, with this, I'm still trying to develop a soft copy of each of the books. I am not yet there, but you can buy a copy online through our website. Our website is www.atikafrica.com. Atik is ATTIQUE. They are also in bookshops. Some of them. There's Pada bookshop in Kiabu. You can get a copy there. There's also in town. There's bookshop that is near Kencom. Chania bookshop. You can always get a copy from there. But more so, you can reach out through our social media pages, through our website. You can always purchase a copy.
Wow, that was so insightful, so empowering, so encouraging. I'm telling you, it's coming hot. Maybe you can tell us the prices of this book. Maybe we cannot before. Maybe what are the prices of these books?
My books are actually affordable. As I said, I'm still trying to reproduce them. I'm trusting God for finances to be able to reproduce. Books is a huge project. But the Money Crab workbook for children goes for 1,000 shillings. The one for teenagers goes for the same 1,000 shillings per copy. My Smart Money Journal is 600 a copy. The Entrepreneurship Workbook is a different price, goes for 1,500 a copy. And you can also purchase it through our website, through our social media pages. My personal money diary, my favorite, goes for only 300 shillings.
For 300
shillings.
Oh, that's wonderful, so encouraging, I'm telling you. And that is all about that we can hear from Elizabeth, the money coach. Remember, at Romy TV Africa, that's where we have been on the bench here with Elizabeth, the money coach at Romy TV Africa. Maybe Elizabeth, someone wants to find you. What are your social media platforms?
I'm actually on social media. I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, and there's our website. On YouTube, it's Atik Money Life Skills Academy. That's the page, Atik Money Life Skills Academy. I'm on Twitter. Twitter is at Atik Africa. I'm on Instagram, my money coach. I'm on Facebook, Elizabeth Waidaka. And of course, as I've said, our website is www.atikafrica.com. Atik is ATTIQUE. Atikafrica.com.
Wow, it was so insightful, so encouraging, and I know from wherever that you're watching us from, you will be part of this program in our Money Talk Show at Romy TV Africa with your host, Dr.Robert. Also, remember, we'll be keeping you in touch and also on tours on this topic about money. It will be no longer a topic to talk about lack of money, but it will be about how to manage them. Those who are asking, I don't have money to manage, you will be learning the ideas, so now you will be having money so that you'll be able to manage them. Maybe what's your parting shot for someone that who is watching you, aspiring to read, aspiring to buy books, aspiring to learn about money? Your parting shot, camera, twist your camera.
Thank you. My parting shot would be, in this journey of personal financial wellness or personal finance fitness, you know, there's no ding solutions. It's a journey that will walk, but with determination, with consistency, with knowledge, you are more empowered. Knowledge is power. As much as money is a do it yourself, you need also that knowledge. Look for it, and when you get the knowledge, you are on your way to financial freedom.
Wow, that's
you.
great and so wonderful. So thank you for keeping in touch with us. Thank you for watching. All our viewers, we want to thank you, to appreciate you. Keep supporting us through subscribing our YouTube channel, our TV, Romy TV Africa, at Dr. Robert Osoro in our all social media platforms, from Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube channel, Facebook page, And also all social media platforms. Just support us, subscribe, like, watch, follow, give your comment so that you can reach us in our email at romitvafrica@gmail.com, romitvafrica@gmail.com, prosperityrobert@gmail.com. And if you have a question, you can send us in our WhatsApp +254 726 996 We'll be able to get back to you. You have a program that you want to be featured, you have a function, you have a party, you have a function. We are here to do it for you. Just reach us. We will be able to do it for you. And this was Money Talk Show at Romy TV Africa with Elizabeth the Coach. Go to our social media platforms. The same way that I said, let's keep in touch. See you at the top as you grow your finances and manage them. Thank you, Elizabeth, for coming to our studio. We are happy to host you. And in our next episode, I know it will be so powerful. We'll be moving up together. See you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome. For someone that was watching, I say thank you.